Hi, I'm pruning my grapes. These are either Pinot Noir or Pinot Gris. I don't know until I look at my map. I think pretty sure it's a Pinot Gris actually. They were planted a year ago, not quite a year ago, in October, and it's now middle of August. I'm in the southern hemisphere, so this is the last month of winter. So it's time they were pruned. You can see some of the structure as I come in here. I'm leaving the plastic plant guard on because I've got rabbits here, both rabbits and hares in fact actually, and they have a habit of digging underneath or chewing the bottom, all of which this can help with. So I'll leave them on as long as I can. I've got to be careful that it doesn't create an atmosphere of too much damp in there. So I'll do what I can and keep an eye on it. So what I'm going to be doing is taking off all the side shoots. Just leave two of the stronger ones. On this particular vine, it's run up to the first wire. So I'm going to encourage that, to encourage a cordon shape, by leaving most of that one there, and just encourage this one on the left here a little, and I'll see how that goes. So pruning is all about cleaning the plant up, getting rid of little ones, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay, I'll just give it a little spray with alcohol between each plant. I'm going to cut off these little pieces here, and I think this is a weak one. I'll take that out altogether as neatly and cleanly as I can. I'll take this one back to 2 nodes. That's 2 nodes, and this one I'm going to, it's always a bit of doing what you think is best here. I'm going to cut it here. Get rid of all that. Tidy up that bit of the plant. Have a look inside. Look at that. If I can show you. Sorry for the jumping around, but there's a baby pine tree growing in there. I'm going to get rid of him. Amazing. We just certainly don't want him competing for the roots. So it looks pretty tidy. Tidy it up by taking that bit off. And that's probably it. Okay, today's job is pruning the grapes. These are Pinot Noirs planted in October 2018. It's now August 2020. So they're just under 2 years old. So this is their second pruning. It's late August, late winter, which is the ideal time for pruning. So this one has got a very good structure and shape. It's got a nice trunk coming above the graft. To the top of the trunk is a union going out on 2 arms or cordons, and that's been pruned with about 3 or 4 spurs, and we've cut it back to 2 nodes on each one. So I'll just show you those. So if you can see that, there's 2 little points on each one, and we've left a little nib here so it doesn't die back into the growing point. and we've cut right down the bottom, and there were lots of protrusions there, and we've cut out most of those just to clean the whole thing up, to make it look sharp. There are some that are not such good shape. We'll move down one or two. This one, we cut off, we've decided to be brutal and cut off the left hand arm just because it was too weak and it was starting way too far down, perhaps down here somewhere. So it was a strange V shape. But not to worry, there'll be a sprout round here somewhere, in which we can train out here to form the second cordon in this season. Certainly some, it's amazing, the vitality is different. This one next to it is quite spindly. Maybe tidying it up like we've done will give it a chance to really get going. And it's interesting as we look down the vineyard towards the dog that the vines that are further up the slope seem to be doing much better than the ones further down. I'm not sure what that's about at all, in fact, actually, because they'd equally all get the same amount of sun, and I thought it'd be more water down there. It's certainly not waterlogged. So no idea what that's about. Oscar, what do you reckon? Just sitting and thinking. He's the rabbit killer. He dug out a rabbit's hole the other day, whatever it's called. Got 5 babies, all within about 10 minutes. He's a bit merciless. But the rabbits are merciless. I'll show you. Span around here, and you can see down here, digging around just next to the trunk, and the same over here, digging next to the trunk, and that's just a minor amount of digging by the rabbits. They've killed at least a couple that I know of, and certainly some of them they've upset heavily. Just a bit of the tools of the trade. Just the secateurs, keep them sharp. Spray them with alcohol. Every branch, good vineyard hygiene to kill off the bugs. And my masterful tool, the tapener, which you can tie up anything with that. I'll give you a quick demo, in fact. Would you like a demo? If I can get it in shot. The first grab is called the catch. You can see it starts to pull out a bit of tape, and if I take it over to grab something, if I can keep it in shot, then you push it through, pull it till it clicks, it puts a staple in, and job done. Utterly fantastic. That's the Max Tapener. Why Tapener? No idea. So it takes a row of staples up and down here and a coil of tape in the round thing at the end. So we've probably got another couple of hours of pruning left to go. There's a good example here. These are Pinot Gris on the other side here, where you can see where the bottom is a bit of a mess of little branches from the 2018-2019 season here in New Zealand. reform the head, and is it in shot? Okay. At the top end of each row, these ones are roses. It's very traditional to have roses at the top of the row. The rabbits have been having a real good go at those actually, so that's why they got covers on them. This Pinot Gris, I missed some bunches. We didn't harvest anything last year. The plant might take 3 to 4 years to produce well, so that was only in its 18 months old then, so didn't do any good. So we've got to tidy all this up, remove everything, remove all these sticks down the bottom, and now I've got to make a decision whether that joint of the two arms is actually high enough. If I don't like it, I'll probably cut off that left hand one, and then hope a new a new arm will come out about here somewhere. Away we go. And at the end of the pruning, we've got to get rid of them by burning. So we've got this fire pit with an enclosed top, so it stops embers flying out. Doesn't look like a very big pile of prunings, but there's some in the bag too, and we've cut them small so they fit in the top. It's very important to burn them to get rid of diseases that carry over. Well, you don't want them to carry over, and fire will fix it. And there it goes, all the diseases and bugs burning up, gone. The joy of fires. It's January the 11th, 2021. Okay, it's the 29th of March, 2021, and I'm picking my Pinot Gris. Pretty little grapes, not particularly big, but they taste fantastic. Some bunches have just shriveled right up. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to learn in the coming year. There's this bunch here. Classico. Yummy Pinot Gris. So today I'm going to pick them. I haven't got that many. And then I'm going to de-stem them, which means sort of pulling the berries off the stem. And I'll just leave them for a day while I get organized. They'll be alright. Maybe put a bit of sodium metabisulfite in it. The branches are okay, everything's okay, in a sort of okay sort of way. Ignore the white stuff, don't know what it is. Some shrunken ones, some little ones falling off. There's quite a bit of weight in there, so there's quite a bit of juice. Yum. Nice little bunch. I better keep working. Better keep working. This is bud burst. Perhaps a little bit after bud burst actually. As you can see they're bursting. There's some here that are probably much closer to bud burst stage. And the one directly underneath it is fully bud bursted.